You make it sound like
Are
you're not
excited.
enjoying nostalgia.
I've got some feelings about this particular movie. First off, real quick, Ron, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, Chuck.
You good? You all right?
I'm here.
That's good. Joe, how are you doing?
I'm actually not doing too shabby. Last night, time of recording. Obviously, it's October, so Halloween stuff is going on. Went to a Nightmare on Barry, which is this.
I'm sad I missed it.
Dude, it was actually pretty fun. It was a pretty good time.
It was fun last year too.
See, I didn't go last year. I was there year 1, but didn't go year 2. So I went to year 3, and this one was pretty good one. It's basically it's at this this venue where they just have a bunch of vendors. They actually have a few burlesque and or it's really more of like, I guess more of a like
They have
cabaret
entertainment. They have a lot of entertainment stuff going on there. Bands, they have dancers, they have all kinds of stuff. Singers.
It's just a
swingers.
No, singers.
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure there were swingers, but
there was a what's her name?
I don't know.
A drag singer there, so she was cool. She was awesome.
Oh, that's fun.
Tarot readings. There was couple other stuff. Really cool things. So that was really fun to go to.
And a lot of the times they set up the rooms like from different horror movies.
They didn't do that this year.
Oh no.
Yeah. They had 4 rooms in there, but because they opened up the room behind, when you come up the stairs in the one room that is usually always closed off, they had that room open.
They had that open last year too.
Oh, did they?
Like the one over this way?
Yeah, the one to the left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Again, I didn't go last year, so
yeah.
Because year 1 they didn't have it open.
Gotcha. But yeah, it's a really neat venue. Like it's a really fun time. I was in Wabash, wherever the one theater is.
The one theater.
I can't think what the hell it's called. But anyways, we went and watched an Elton John tribute band.
Oh, fun!
Oh, that's
why I sent
a good piano man.
That's why I sent the post in the group chat that said "Hold Me Closer, Pony Danza." Shout out to Pony because that song came on, and as soon as it came on, I'm like, nope, I gotta get a picture of this so I can send it.
I love
that's
that.
Fair. That's
all
fair.
Right.
I mean, Elton John wrote a whole ass song about the dude, so we might as well give him a shout out.
I mean, that's true. It's pure dedication. King of the dumpsters.
I mean, I know you talked about before we hit record, but how are you doing,
what?
Chuck?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fine. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing great. I went to a pumpkin patch today with my niece and nephew.
Oh, that's great. I like that.
My nieces and nephew. And I got licked by a cow. That was fun. That was
now. Are you being metaphorical or was it an actual cow?
No, a literal cow. Literal cow. Yeah. Listen, it's well documented. Go check the archives. Black, white, smaller, bigger, small. Charlie loves them all. So you know what I mean. Like
that's true.
It's true.
I would never slander my voluptuous ladies. Let me tell you. Okay. That being said, I did watch Brothers, Sisters, Gender Resistors. Welcome to another episode of Comic Book Rundown presents Rundown Reviews. Chris and Amelia did this introduction. I'm Chuck. I'm joined by Ron and Joe. We watched Lost in Space.
The 97 movie?
98.
98.
That was close.
I also watched, because I've learned, if I don't want to fuck my score, I need to watch movies that are of the same caliber.
Okay.
So I don't think less of this movie. So I did also watch Beyond Hell, which is like a movie. I think it was from the late 80s, early 90s. It's an H.P. Lovecraft story, and that sucked about as much as this did. So that being said, we're gonna get into it. We watched Lost in Space from '98. I'm gonna put my first thought right out there. I, for 20 minutes, couldn't figure out if the little kid that plays Will, now I can't think of his name, Will Robinson, was the kid from Malcolm in the Middle or not.
No, he's not.
He's not, but he looks a lot like it.
He does look like him. I'll give you that.
And even the older version of him in this movie, because God forbid we didn't have a science fiction movie that had fucking time travel in it. Which I will definitely will reflect in my score. Also kind of looks like the oldest brother from Malcolm in the Middle. So then I kind of was like, man, I objectively would have loved this movie better if it was just Malcolm in the Middle in space. Like,
You know what? That actually would
I
have been kind
don't
of
want,
fun.
I don't want the actor. Like, I don't want just the actors. I want like the characters, but being in like Lost in Space.
Okay.
Because holy shit, man, that would have been way better. The thing is like, I don't think I hated this movie. But I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It's important to state that I didn't hate it. And arguably, it will probably get a perfectly fine stamp of approval.
Oh, that's been a while.
But my biggest takeaway was everything that Joey Tribbiani fucking said in this movie. Matt LeBlanc, right? I know it wasn't. Sounded like it was written by AI. Every line that he says in response to somebody else sounds like it should have fit. But when you actually like listen to the words coming out of his mouth, they don't mean anything. He's just trying to be like a witty guy, and that really fucking like killed this movie for me. Like the majority of it.
That's fair.
That's fair. They really okay. So I thought that all of his lines sounded like they were written for an actor that could have delivered them differently.
I mean, it wasn't written for Matt LeBlanc. Matt LeBlanc actually wasn't the first choice.
Who was the first choice?
That's a very good question. Apparently, according to what IMDb was stated, I know they actually had the part was offered to Matthew Perry at one point. Actually, I think it was
also from Friends.
Yes, also from Friends. Apparently, it looked like Sean Patrick Flannery was maybe the first choice.
Like from
Boondock Saints. Yes. Apparently, he was originally cast as Don West, but was let go while the project was still in rehearsal because it was thought that he looked too closely like William Hurt. Like they both resembled each other too much.
That's the guy who plays Daryl in The Walking Dead.
No, that is
the other one.
That's
okay.
Nixon. No, what's his name?
Well, his name in The Walking Dead is Daryl Dixon. Yes.
Yeah.
But,
what? Norman Reedus. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's the other one. It's the
other guy. Gotcha. I think he probably would have done a better job.
I think he would have been great.
Would he have done it with an Irish accent, though?
I mean,
because that actually might have made the lines better.
Yeah, so, I don't know. It's weird.
So I just wasn't convinced that Matt LeBlanc was an actual fighter pilot, B, was actually a ladies' man, or C, was actually an actor.
He was Joey Tribbiani in space. That's all he was.
That's what, but I think that's just him. I don't think he's acting. I think that's just him. Like that's just Matt LeBlanc.
There's a part of me, like I've seen him in a few other things where he wasn't Friends. You know what I mean? Like he didn't play the Friends character, and he does a pretty decent job at it. But I think you have to remember this was '98. Friends was like the biggest show on television.
Yeah, he was actually still in the middle of filming Friends. He was going back and forth, like flying from New York to LA in the middle of filming Friends, filming this.
This sort of 08 would have been like what, season 4 or 5?
98, something like that. Because it started in 93, 94?
94, I think it starts. So yeah, it would have put it around season 4. So this would have been right around
fourth season would have been 98, yeah.
Yeah, so this would have been right around the wedding.
Because they would have filmed this
wedding in England.
So yeah.
Yeah, so this would have been right around the maybe not. Maybe it was I don't know. I'm trying to figure out from his hair, like his haircut, because he has very distinct haircuts each season.
Yes, but it's not like they can't. Well, they
But
want
if
to
he's
change the
flying back,
haircut.
if he's flying back and forth, he wouldn't change the haircut. So,
That's true.
but anyway, yeah. So it's funny that you say that, Ron, because the entire time I was watching this, I was like, wow, for an amazing decorative. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Decorated.
Thank you. Decorated fighter pilot, space pilot, space fighter guy. He doesn't know shit about how to fly that fucking thing in any circumstance where it's a problem. Like every time something like severe comes up, like his whole thing was, I don't want to have to fucking babysit. I'm a space fighter. I'm not a babysitter. A monkey could fly this thing. And then the second something bad happens, he's like, I have no idea what to do. And then Dollar Tree Reed Richards is like, hey, I got an idea. How about we just do this? And then he gets pissed about it. Like what fucking typical toxic masculinity bullshit. But yeah, I don't know. Like but it was any interaction with him and
Heather Graham,
yeah, where he was like everything he said,
where he's trying to flirt with her.
Yeah, mainly where he's trying to flirt with her, but like everything he would say to her never fit the context of the conversation they were having. Like it was just like, all right, let's write just a bunch of lines for him, and we'll just figure out where we can fit him in. It was really weird. It was really weird, and it really killed the movie.
Yeah, no, I'll agree. Like, well, even like when he first meets her, and he's like, "That's one cold fish I'd love to thaw." Like,
oh yeah, I'm gonna
use
that
for
sure.
To, yeah.
Well, he didn't know it was her dad first.
No, yes, I know that.
Regardless,
but why would you say that to anyone?
Why would you say that?
Well,
why would that be the line
for it? You already heard her talking about. She's gonna be on the mission. She's talking about the pods not being like fully having enough like air capacity or basically being completed yet. So she's gonna be on this mission, and you're gonna be talking to the commander of the mission about this doctor on the mission.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter if it's his daughter or not. Like, you're talking about somebody on the crew,
right? But then he also shoots a shot, right? When they're talking about like the constellations and shit, right?
Which
he had her going for a while there, and then he opened his stupid mouth because who says that right in the middle of talking? And then what's his justification? We're the only two consensual aged adults.
So,
but the way that he was looking at Penny made me think he didn't care about the adult part.
No. Penny was looking at him that way.
You should understand that he was like, we're the only two consensual aged adults here to be having sex. But never mind the fact that everybody else pretty much on the ship, she's related to. Like, he doesn't specify, he doesn't even start with that. He's like, listen, I'm kind of the only option you got here.
Well, Dr. Smith.
That's the guy from Fifth Element, right?
Yeah, that's Gary Oldman.
Okay.
Gary Oldman I love Gary Oldman.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what he's in, he is always like
he's classic. He's great.
I mean, it feels like they just wanted him to do this character again. Like, but like Britisher or something, like more British. It was strange. But I like him. I like him a lot. I just didn't like him in this role specifically.
This is one of the roles that I always remember him in. I think because this is one of the first roles I've seen him in. Like,
that's fair.
Growing up.
Yeah, that's fair. I like this role for him because he plays a really good asshole, like a self-conceited, like he does a good job with it.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
It's actually funny.
Gary Oldman. He's great. He's a great actor.
Gary Oldman and Joey Tribute, Matt LeBlanc, I can't not call him Joey. Have a scene together in Friends.
Apparently, a few different times. Apparently, Gary Oldman
Yeah.
showed up in Friends a couple different times.
Yeah. Well, and like famously, there's like one time where he plays himself, and they're doing this like World War One movie or two. Maybe, I don't remember. But the whole joke is that he spits in everybody's face when he talks,
Mm.
and Joey has to like pretend like it's not happening. And he's like, "Yo, you're spitting all over me, man." And he's like, "Yeah, that's the sign of a good actor." So their whole thing is that they then over enunciate to spit in each other's face. Very fun. It's like one of the only good jokes that Friends ever came up with. But shout out.
I don't know. I
Shout
hear
out
the
to-
pivot thing all the time. So
yeah, but that's not a funny joke.
tell
It
all
was-
the people to laugh at it when they say pivot.
Well, listen,
Only the people that have seen Friends.
It's super important to remember that a lot of people can think very poor ideas.
It's true.
You're not wrong. Definitely not wrong on that. Did you guys see? I don't know if you saw all of the old cast that was in this movie.
Old cast. Oh, from
So
like the TV show.
From the original TV show. So they had the original Don West, Major Don West. He was playing the general that for Joey Tribbiani. June Lockhart, who played the original Maureen, she was the principal. Apparently, let's see, Martha Kristen and Angela Cartwright, who were a couple of the other, I guess Judy and Penny from the original. They were reporters in the crowd.
Oh, at the beginning, the ones he's talking to about the mission and stuff.
And then Dick Tuffield, whatever how you say his name. He was the voice of Robot. He was the voice of Robot in the original, and he was the voice of Robot in this.
Yeah, I that much I knew because I was like, I remember the Danger Will Represent Danger from the TV show. I never really watched the TV show,
I've never seen
knew,
either
but
one
I
of them.
knew that. Like I knew that particular like voice and sound and things like that. And I was like, oh yeah, it's the same person.
Yeah.
The robot, pretty fucking cool. I do. Oh, and they have the original robot, the like brain to the ship or whatever. It's supposed to. I couldn't actually figure out what the hell it was supposed to be, but a lot of this movie was like, I don't actually understand what's going on anymore.
They tried to do a lot of callbacks to the original series, which some of them work. A few of them, I don't know, kind of don't.
I thought the old robot like aesthetic being there was cool.
Like that,
like the rebuilt robot with the weird head.
Yeah, like
the weird circle head.
Yeah, circle head.
Like that one was fine, but like he was still on the old, like the other body, kind of.
Yeah.
Which
he only
weird.
had the one arm from the other body. The rest of it was like made out of parts that he found around the ship.
Yeah.
But he still had the one blaster arm, which is why the robot had 3 arms because it had the one coming off the side like this. That was the blaster from the first robot that we see, and then the rest of it was from the other one. But this is supposed to take place in 2058.
Yeah.
So we got about 33 years before we're supposed to have this kind of technology.
Yeah.
I mean, we may be getting. I don't know. We may have robots by that point.
I mean, here's a fun thing. The original series was in 1965, took place in 1997. So keep that in mind. This is 1998, took place in 2058. The new series on Netflix, came out in 2018 and took place in 2046. So we're even less advanced than that one.
No shit.
Than where that's supposed to be. So, and that series, I know Ron, you just said you hadn't seen it. Chuck, I can't remember if you've seen that new
the new one.
Yeah, on Netflix.
I think I watched the first episode and just couldn't get into it, but I don't think I was given it a fair chance.
That's fair.
I have heard that it is good.
I enjoyed it. The third season, I think, I will admit there are some rough spots in all 3 seasons.
Now, how many episodes are in the seasons?
Like 8 or 9. I think there's 28 episodes total.
Okay.
And they're like 45 to an hour.
You can binge that in a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The third season had some rough patches. It's the final season. They're trying to wrap up a lot of storylines. And there's also 2 or 3 year gap between seasons. So, Will Robinson starts out being 12 or 13 in season 1, and he's supposed to still be 15 by season 3, but he looks like he's 20. So,
because he probably is 25.
Yeah. So,
it
still has some fun stuff. Before you continue on, though, I want to circle back to the original cast because we moved on from there before I finished it up. The 2 actors that were supposed, because they were trying to get the full cast to come back. Bill Mumy, who was the original Will Robinson, he wanted to come back. He wanted to be the old Will Robinson.
Oh.
But he didn't want to be. But they were just gonna try to have him be just like what were they gonna have him be? Just some random, whatever, just some random person,
a side character, like a
kind of. But he didn't want to do that. And then the Jonathan Harris, who played the Dr. Smith, the original Dr. Smith, wanted to be Dr. Smith, but he's similar situation. If he wasn't going to be Dr. Smith, he wasn't going to be in this movie.
The arrogance.
So, is that right? Wanted to play the older Smith, but director thought it would be. Oh, that's what it was. So, Mumy wanted to play the older Will Robinson, but director thought it would be too distracting from the plot to have the original Will play the older Will. I actually thought that would have been kind of cool if he would have. I think it would have been. It wouldn't have been distracting at all. It would have been fun.
See, my thing about that though is that's a fun callback or whatever, but also give modern actors their spot to do things.
You say that, but the actor who did old Will, what's his name here? Jared Harris. We've seen him in. I don't think we've seen him here in anything yet, but I know him from a couple of Resident Evil movies. I've seen him in a couple of other things. While he was playing the role of old Will, he did not do the voice of Will. His voice was dubbed over the entire time because he had
too much of an accent,
too much of a British accent. So he didn't sound American enough.
I think we have seen him on here because we've he's been in some movie that we've watched.
I'm sure we may have seen him. I just don't remember if we have. Look, we've watched 173 movies. I don't remember who all we've seen.
That's fair.
And I don't have a spreadsheet to just plug in a name and be like, hey, we've seen him in this movie.
Got to use those data sheets, man.
Yeah, well, I do what I can. I will say, though, this is Lacey Chabert's first movie debut, which is kind of fun. Because she was originally in Party of 5 before this.
Yeah. Penny. Okay.
Yes. And then now she's in nothing but the Hallmark movies or Lifetime movies or whatever. I mean, that's a paycheck, man. That's what she's known for, and that's awesome for her.
In this, she was such an edgelord.
Yeah.
She created vlogging before vlogging existed.
Yeah, right.
That's true.
That was kind of weird. Liked it though, but it was just weird.
Also, this is, I think, about 4 or 5 years before Mean Girls. That was what, 2004? No,
something like that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, you're still muted, Chuck. By the way. Okay. Gotcha.
You also can't see him.
Oh. The other thing I also love to point out whenever I see a Lost in Space thing is something Family Guy did. One of their cutaway skits was it was John Robinson. Whenever they go to a planet and they split up the groups, it was John taking his wife somewhere, Don taking the
Judy,
the only girl of age, somewhere, and then Dr. Smith taking the impressionable young Will Robinson somewhere with the robot who can't do anything. So it's a fun little skit. I always laughed at that.
Yeah. So the Matt LeBlanc's character, his friend at the beginning, is that Morgan from The Walking Dead?
Yes, it is. Very young Morgan.
Yeah, like that threw me off because I was like, man, he looks so familiar, but I couldn't place it, and then I was like, oh, it's because he's so young. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
The black guy with the weird accent?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who is he in Walking Dead?
Jeb. Morgan.
Morgan.
He's the first guy that Rick meets after he wakes up. That leaves and then comes back, and then he goes over to Fear the Walking Dead for a while. And
yeah, because he was in.
I'll be honest. I watched one season back when it first aired, and that's all I did.
Oh well, then you saw the first. You saw him.
Yeah, you saw him. He was literally in the first episode.
Yeah, but that was also like what 20 years ago?
2006, whatever.
Yeah.
However, where the hell it started.
Yeah.
No, I was in college, so 2000.
I'm sure it was like 2010 or something like that.
2010.
Did you guys also catch? So when they're talking about like the global sedition, like taking out their pilot or whatever, and then he's like, "Yeah, well, if the global sedition makes it to Alpha Prime before we do, they're just gonna let us Western demons die here on the planet." But I thought that like at the beginning of this, it talks about how like everybody on the planet gets together to, like form this one thing so they can, save the people. But then we're still against the, because the only people that call us like Westerners and like Western demon sort of way would be Middle Eastern people. So basically in 1998, we had a movie talking about how Middle Eastern people were bad.
Well, you're also assuming that they're referring to people on the planet. I'm pretty sure that it was from a different planet. They don't say it, but I always assumed they were a race from a different planet.
Well, I don't think so because the guy that Smith was talking to was human.
Yeah, what was
But either way, this happened 3 years before 9/11.
Yeah.
And, like they were already setting up the population to hate, Middle Eastern people.
I mean,
well, yeah, duh.
That's what happens when it's an inside job.
To be fair, we had already had
Desert Storm.
Desert Storm.
Yeah.
And Desert, whatever the other one was.
So, Dr. Robinson, John
Robinson, yeah,
is possibly the worst dad in existence.
I feel like we've had worse dads. He's not great. He's a terrible dad.
Like 100%. He is stuck on a spaceship with his kids, his wife, and then 2 random people, right? And does not have enough time to say fucking 3 nice words to his son at any given time.
True.
Like,
and
he also didn't bang his wife, so he's just a terrible guy.
Well, I mean, they closed the door before we could see anything.
He rolled over into bed. He definitely did.
I thought it was interesting that the focus is around the son when he's got 2 daughters that he also blatantly ignores. One of them he works almost directly with the entire time. And both of them were just like, yeah, well, he's just that's dad.
Well, that's because that's the mom's job to take care of the daughters. Didn't you know that?
Just I like, feel like well, there's one part where they already know that he's a worthless dad, so they just don't care.
But there's one point in time where he's like, I've been trying to make sure this mission's going through so that we can do this to save our kids, and she's like, yeah, I've also been doing all of my shit because she's also like a scientist, and she's like, yeah, I've also gotten all of my stuff done while taking care of Will and Penny, while making sure I go and see all their things, while I've been taking care of everything around the fucking house. And he's like, yeah, but I have to do things over here now. And then he just like walks away from the argument.
You should watch the Netflix show because they go a little bit deeper into that. It's kind of awesome.
And then also, can we talk about how horrible the robots aiming system must be? Because at the beginning of it, when he's like, before anybody wakes up, he's like, must destroy this, must kill the Robinsons, like all the shit. But he misses everybody. Except
he hits the life support system and they come crashing down, but then they don't ever it locks them in place, but Smith is the one that unlocks the pods and gets them out. So if he hadn't done that, they would have died in the pods.
Sure, but when he's shooting at them, the only person he hits is Matt LeBlanc,
who's not even a Robinson. So yeah,
exactly.
That's fair.
Can you tell me, like I'm a 5-year-old, why did people want them dead?
Okay, so at this point in time, there was a whole nother group of people that wanted to also do the same thing that they were doing. But if these people did it first, then those guys wouldn't be able to get their goodies. So they wanted to get the goodies before the other people got their goodies. So they sent somebody to stop them from getting their goodies so that they could proceed in getting the goodies themselves.
So
was that enough for like a 5-year-old? They sent Smith to sabotage it.
Smith to sabotage it.
So yeah. Smith
and nobody on that ship questioned it?
No, they questioned it. They called him out on it.
Did I miss that part? I must have missed that part.
Because
I mean, or I guess they questioned it and they were just like, "Oh, okay, well, we'll just lock you up." And like that was it.
So in the original series, from my understanding, because I know they definitely touch on it in the Netflix one, like a lot. In the original series, Smith was always working against the Robinsons, and Will was always the one who forgave and forgot. Like he always kept on trying to let Smith rejoin the group because it's just them. It's them on a ship in space. It's Swiss Family Robinson just in space. But now we have somebody else. And yeah, so Smith here is the antagonist for majority of the show most of the time. He's basically the foil. And for this one, he because he is the one that lets down or gives the code or basically gets it to where the sedition troops can come in and destroy the ships. He goes in and allows the other guys to come in.
Yeah, he got him into the apartment to kill the other pilot. Yeah.
And it's not my fault that they got another pilot in time. It's like, what do you want me to do, kind of a thing. But yeah, they basically told him that you still have more work to do, and so he goes onto the ship to sabotage the robot. And they were like, well, we don't really want to pay you, so we're going to say fuck off and try to kill you when the ship goes off and basically kill two birds, one stone. And then, so when everything goes off, everything pops off, and the robot starts killing everything, and Will, because he's apparently a smart kid, is able to control him. Once West, Matt LeBlanc's character, sees Smith, he goes and grabs him. He notices the burnt mark on his hand, the sedition technology burnt mark on his hand, and he's like, "You're the spy. You tried to kill this family." And he is almost immediately going to kill him, but he was the only one that could save Judy. And yeah, Maureen calls him out for trying to kill the family.
Well, John calls him out for trying to kill
the family,
but he looks over and his whole family's watching him while he's choking this dude out.
Yeah, later on, yeah. So they knew he was trying to kill the family. Will is the dumb kid who's like, "Oh man, this adult can maybe help me. I should trust him." And he does it constantly.
So they could have literally just launched him into space and then been done with it
at any point in time. Yep.
And we would have
kicked him back into the blue things and let the blue things eat him, like the little spider things.
Yeah, I remember those being like a
scarier?
Scarier, but also a more intricate part of the movie. I mean, I guess they were, but I remember that being the main focus of the movie was the spiders.
Yeah.
Not just Not just like one random scene where we get the cool flippy helmet and then
the second
end
act
spot.
and then the end act.
Yeah.
Also, why? So like the arms, like when Smith turns into that thing at the end, like the arms and legs look cool. Why did they have to give him a 7-foot long neck? Like none of those
alien
little
human hybrid.
But that's what I'm saying.
Maybe they'll put giraffe in there somewhere. I don't know.
Yes, yeah.
Llama
His
DNA.
His mother had fucked a giraffe in her early teens, and some of the DNA was.
I'm just curious if those spiders were to grow up, would they have human faces?
Oh, it's creepy to think
right?
about.
Right? Just saying. We're never gonna know because they got kicked into the side of the temporal vortex.
Yeah, that destroys all matter or whatever.
Yeah.
So at one point in time, Smith says to Matt LeBlanc's character, he's like, sarcasm is a recourse of a weak mind.
Oh man, I'm weak in mind then.
But sarcasm is literally one of the signs that you have genius level intelligence because you can make fun of things that quick. It's also a sign of dementia. So I guess he's kind of right. But
yeah,
I know that's what I'm always saying.
I like all three of us are great for that.
Yeah, I don't have the intelligence side. I definitely have the dementia side for sure.
Hell yeah. What kind of doctor is Smith? Because he is obviously a medical doctor because he did all the medical examinations for the Robsons.
I think that's what he is just a medical doctor.
But he's working with technology and making that one device. He was able to make that device like encoded to work for him only.
Because he's also a spy.
So again, what kind of doctor is he?
He's a medical doctor, but they probably gave him training on how to use that kind of shit when he became a spy so that he could do the shit they needed him to do.
Okay.
I would assume anyways.
Gotcha. Let's see here.
Doesn't make a lot of sense why they sent him to go kill him, but also you want him dead, just blow him up. Blow the ship up like on launch. Make it look like an accident.
Well, that's what they were trying to do, because that was during their launch, because they were using the sun's gravitational pull to jettison them into space.
Yeah,
so that was technically part of launch.
Got to be as soon as they get on the back end of the sun, they were going to basically, oh no, the sun blew them up. They miscalculated and they got too close to the sun. And
you blow them up on the launch pad like every fucking SpaceX missile and just call it good. Like, I don't understand.
I mean, it was now you can say it
for them.
Boom, boom, ching. Now you can say that because, like, oh well, you just blame it on Elon Musk and he just didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Challenger exploded back then. Challenger had already exploded.
Yeah, but that was one ship out of how many? You have how many SpaceX ship being blown up now? Because Elon Musk is a fucking idiot.
When did the Challenger explode? Was it too early to make?
What?
86.
86? Really?
I'm pretty sure it was 86.
I was alive for that?
Hold on a second. I could be wrong.
What was the other one that exploded? What was the one that exploded when we were like teenagers?
Oh,
January 28th, 1986.
Oh wow, I didn't know I was alive for that. Flight 118 into the two towers.
No, I meant the spaceship.
Oh, my bad.
Just like those towers. One. Hey.
Oh, okay.
No, didn't we the Columbus? Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, some ship blew up when we were younger.
Yeah, that was the Challenger.
No, not the Challenger.
Spaceship explosion. Columbia.
Oh, the Columbia.
Ah, yes,
okay,
the Columbia.
February 1st, 2003.
Yeah.
Oh, that was as it re-entered the atmosphere. So it wasn't when it was launching. It was when it re-entered.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm just saying. So this would have fallen apart. They could have done that. Nobody would have offended.
So I want to point out that Penny mentioned multiple times that her parents, John and Maureen, argued all the time, argued constantly. I never saw them argue in this movie. Maybe once.
They argued a couple times. They argued when he got home because he had missed the dinner and the...
Okay, the way she was making it sound like they were a heated argument, yelling at each other.
Well, they were just quiet because the kids were asleep.
I don't buy that one.
Look,
they weren't asleep.
You have to remember, these were spoiled, privileged kids. So maybe them having having just regular arguments seemed like, heated fighting arguments to them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The Daffy flare that I was gonna say had the grounds, but Judy, thank you. That she launched to try and let Matt LeBlanc's character Don know the way out of that time bubble. Makes no sense. Would not have worked because the flare literally is like showing nowhere, and they were not looking where the flare came from. So no, they're still lost in that time bubble.
Also, she could just make it look like Daffy Duck.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, the joke is because they did the Porky Pig and the
bugs. Yeah, no, we get that, but what Chuck is trying to say is like, how did she program it in 3 seconds to look like that?
No, I get that. And yet they couldn't I understand that. Unless who knows, because they couldn't explode, they had nothing else to do. I don't know. I don't know. But speaking of that time bubble, when the bubble closed and the ship takes off, there was no way that John and old Will would have seen the ship actually take off because the bubble's closed. There's no access to that other time anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I had that in my notes too.
It will. I mean, again, I loved this movie when I was a kid.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it was a fun movie. And I still didn't hate it this time around.
Correct. I still like this, but
there was just a whole lot of it that was.
There's a lot of problems growing up and actually realizing, watching it and analyzing it. It's like that's wrong. That's stupid. Blarp looks dumb as hell
and terrible. Looks
man.
Even anytime they interact with it, they must have the same people that did Spawn working on this one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. This movie was made for babies. This is a movie or not babies, but little kids. This is. I mean, I remember this getting franchised out like crazy.
This was supposed to have a trilogy. This is supposed to be 3 movies. Allegedly, the second movie was going to fix Smith, and GD was going to have a cure for Smith's spider thing, so that was going to get taken care of immediately. What else was there? Then there was going to be another thing here I saw. They were going to make it to Alpha Prime, and they were going to have they were going to see that it was taken over by somebody else or something. I guess it would have been 100 years in the future, so it wouldn't have mattered. But anyway.
Well, so it does make me wonder, how did anybody see this movie and go, yeah, this is good enough to release? I know that's kind of the thing that we've been saying a little bit lately on this show is how did they make a movie like this?
Well, you got to remember, Chuck, this is a movie that was based on a TV show, right? So this is kind of like when we have our movie remakes that they've been doing lately, and they just get green light because, there was a TV show by it and everybody loved this TV show. So we're just going to green light this IP to make a new movie.
Word of mouth is the buzz around it because it's such a beloved IP is already hopping. So everybody wants to see it.
Sure. I get that. What I'm saying is I don't understand how bad movies with this big of a budget in general just get released. How does the studio not look at it and look and
well, they probably did. Really, and they were probably this is not going to be great, but they were also well, we already dumped, $150 million into this movie, so it's either got to go out and make what it can, or we're going to lose even more money on it.
So the budget was only $80 million,
which in today's standards would be like $250 million.
Okay, but it made $136 million.
So after you give half of that to the theaters, it made 60
not
million?
Even half. It's like this is 98. So like nowadays you have to make double plus maybe like a quarter more to even be a success. Back in 98, you have to make maybe 3/4 to double. So it's not double. So it's not that. It's not even. It's not even double. It's budget, but it's almost 3/4. Like it's just shy of that. So I don't know. Oh, apparently it did make number one opening weekend. It knocked Titanic off of number one spot.
Hey,
but
Iceberg did that.
But yeah, actually, they called this movie The Iceberg because of that. But the thing is, though, Titanic had been number one for like, what does it say here? 15 weeks. So like, people really just stopped watching Titanic at that point in time.
Yeah,
no, dude. I remember when Titanic came out, and everybody was obsessed with like.
You realize you just said Titanic was in the theaters for 15 weeks.
It came out. That Titanic came out in 1997, late 1997.
Yeah,
December, I believe.
But no movies in the theater for even
not
6
anymore.
Weeks.
Well, because we have the streaming services, now everybody wants to be like, all right, put it in theaters for a month and a half, 6 weeks, and then put it on a streaming service so we can get more money at home because people will rent it or buy it so they can watch it at home.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think that like Titanic was in the theater and was number one for 15 weeks.
Yeah, which means it is still in theaters for a good 6 weeks after that.
3 months.
But you have to remember though, dude, back in the 90s, like this wouldn't have come out on like VHS or DVD until like a year after it had already been released.
Let me
like a lot of movies, like you had to wait forever for them to come out on a DVD or VHS or whatever the given thing was at that point in time, because you couldn't just, it wasn't like, it is today where like the movie's in theaters and then like a month after it's out of the theaters, they've already got the DVDs on the shelf at Walmart,
No, I know. I don't know. That just broke my brain a little bit. But like movies used to be.
I mean, that's fair, yeah.
Months at a time.
But that's because that's how they made their money back then, because they
like,
didn't have the access that we have now to everything.
Yeah, it's just weird to think of. Like, I want to go see Good Boy, but I think I'm gonna miss it.
Yeah, dude, I want to too. I know it's supposed to be able to. Again, time of recording, it's going to be up on VOD here within like a week or two.
Yeah, so it's probably already out of my theater.
What's Good Boy?
The horror movie from a dog's perspective.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty awesome because
it's more of a psychological thriller than it is a horror movie, which is nice.
For the most part. The director that did it, it's his dog, and they just filmed him having a good time, and then they had filmed a horror movie around him. It's I listened to, if you ever want to like listen to some good, like a good interview with it, check out Last Podcast on the Left. They interviewed the director and they talk about Good Boy. It's a really good interview. So again, like it's good independent horror movies are just like popping off within the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. Yeah. It's awesome, man. Great.
That's cool.
So I think that's really all of my notes. I don't really have anything else. Ron, you got anything?
No, looks like we covered all of mine.
Okay.
How old was Penny supposed to be in this?
I'd say somewhere between like 13 and 15.
Yeah.
How old is the actual? And this is the one that was on Party of Five?
Yeah, Lacey Chabert is she was the youngest daughter in Party of Five. I mean, they had the baby, but like, yeah, she was the youngest one in Party of Five.
Party of Five.
It was the show with Nev Campbell and the dude
Jennifer Love
from
Hewitt
Double Dragon and Jennifer Love Huge Tits and I actually can't think of anything that the older brother was in.
Lost.
I've never seen Lost.
You never watched Lost?
No.
It's not
What?
worth it. At this point, there's no point watching it.
Well, now, but like when it came out.
When it came out, I didn't have TV, dude.
Yeah, Ron was
That's
4.
right.
Ron had children to raise. He didn't have time for television.
Anyway. All right, well, that brings us to our kill count, which got a kill count of 48, and I guarantee I probably missed a couple because they were popping through those spiders stupid quickly. Also have a lost limb count of 2. We got Robot's arm that got taken out by the spiders, and then we got the spider leg. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Bingo.
Ron, bingo.
So we have hero kills, dead parents, dying mentor, government interference, betrayal by a friend, because technically Will thinks that the doctor is his friend.
Well, you can count Robot because Robot did betray him and then he came
true.
back. So
animal cruelty because they do kill a lot of those spiders. Unexplainable science, sexual innuendo, misogyny, fight for control of something, and meme origin.
Which meme?
Dude, his helmet thing, like they use that for so many different memes where it's like, you know, when she says her parents are home or wherever, and he's like,
okay,
you know, or like, yeah, shit like that. Like I've seen that thing used so many times that most people probably don't even know what that came from.
That's fair. Very fair.
Spawn cape. I'm ready for this one.
Yeah, this looked like trash.
Yeah, it did.
It was interesting because there were points where it looked really bad, and then there was other points where I was like, this is probably CG and doesn't look as terrible as I was expecting. That being said, the ship looked bad. It's kind of funny because so I believe the ship when it was leaving and it was inside the launch like mechanic was supposed to look like the old ship from the show.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
The Jupiter 1 was supposed to look like the original Lost in Space ship.
Okay, that's what I thought. And then it broke apart and it became the second ship or whatever.
Which didn't make any sense the way that they shot it out into space because that thing would have so much drag,
right?
Because of the shape of it, that it would have never broken the atmosphere.
They had to have. I mean, they're already losing so much like natural material, like material that they burned it all up just in building that ship alone, making that ship get into space.
Anyways,
yeah, looks stupid. I'm gonna say 1 out of 3 3/4. This looked real bad.
Yep.
The costumes looked. I didn't really love the costumes.
I remember those costumes though. Yeah, the costumes are dumb, but I do remember them.
Yeah, they were weird.
Oh, one of the CG things that looked really bad was anytime the Will was supposed to look like he was in the robot with the hologram.
Yeah.
That looked
also,
terrible.
Why did he use the remote control at first when he could have just used the hologram the entire time?
I have
maybe
no
it was
idea.
easier to get the remote control than it was to boot up the hologram.
Well, I think it was just more expensive to have a hologram.
I mean,
they saved like probably a couple $1 million on a budget with that one.
But also that like when they hit the like when they go through the subspace or whatever, at the beginning of the movie when like Will comes into the room and like everybody's like falling in directions, that looked so bad.
That looked bad.
Like,
yeah,
why didn't they just take like a still frame of everybody sitting there instead of CGIing it into place so they could do the Matrix spin around like
before the like Matrix isn't out yet? Yeah.
Why didn't they just like suspend people?
That's what I'm saying. Like, why didn't they just
do practical effect stuff? Yeah, and not good.
Yeah,
because it was so bad, so bad.
All right. 1 out of 3 3/4 or whatever. So.
All right, so not a Muppet.
All right, so hear me out on this one. Literally anyone but Blorp, so that we can make Blorp a Muppet. so that she'll actually look good.
That's fair. Okay, so my thing was Matt LeBlanc.
Okay.
Because if he was surrounded by Muppets, he might have actually fit the role of this movie.
Okay.
But also, he'd be constantly trying to fuck a Muppet.
That's fair. Yeah.
Which is hilarious to me, personally.
Yeah, I would say Matt.
Okay. Alrighty. So Chuck, out of 10, what you got?
Hey, all right. Is this a Lost in Space movie? I don't know. I've never seen the show actually. Nor have I ever read I guess there's a comic book based off of it. Is that the theory?
So there's a comic based off this movie, like a 3-issue comic that Dark Horse did, which is why it's on our list.
Sounds terrible. Anyway,
yeah.
Look, I came to a lot of realizations this weekend with a lot of stuff. Why does every science fiction movie have to deal with time travel? There are other things that we can talk about in science fiction, and yet every science fiction movie that we pretty much have watched outside of, I don't know, I think everything that we talked about at science fiction basis.
I mean, Alien Resurrection didn't have time travel.
Yeah, okay, I guess the Alien movies didn't have time travel.
Yeah, the first Alien movie didn't have time travel either.
Yeah. Okay, so
that's a horror movie though.
But we should point out, we also objectively liked all of them better than probably this one. You know what I mean? So, well, hold on, I haven't gotten my score yet. That being said, so I didn't hate this movie. It did get the nostalgic bump. I remember going to the theater. I remember watching this. 6 months after this movie came out, had a bunch of the toys because KB red penned the crap out of this stuff. And my mom got it. My mom got most of it for 99 cents. And I still liked it. I don't think I ever understood what this movie was supposed to be about as a kid. It was just cool space stuff and Joey Tribbiani with the cool flip helmet, and spiders. You know what I mean? Like, I do love the one thing I love is we got a distress call. We've got to go find the ship, and something fucking horrible has happened on the ship. I love that version of science fiction. I love we are in space and we got a distress call and we're going to go, and it doesn't look like there's anything on the ship. And then it's like aliens, bugs, horror, like Lovecraftian shit, whatever. Doom. I love Doom, I guess is the point here. But that being said, man, I don't know. None of this really held up for me, but I didn't hate it. I'm definitely not going to put this on and watch it with friends. Like, I'm probably never going to go back and rewatch this. 3.43. That feels low. That feels hurtful, but yeah, I'm going to go with it. 3.43.
Okay.
To be fair, I also hated Beyond Hell. That was not, so.
You said that one was supposed to be your palate cleanser?
Yeah. It's an H.P. Lovecraft story, I guess.
From when? Because the one I looked up said it came out in 2019.
Beyond Hell? I think that's what I watched. I don't know. It was like the early 90s.
Okay.
Or no, it's got to be older than that because I'm pretty sure it has the guy from not Candyman. I don't know. It has the black guy from something. I'll figure it out. Out. Go ahead.
Oh, the black guy from something. Okay.
Well, like a famous horror movie, but I can't think of now what it is. But I don't think it's Candyman.
Gotcha.
Night of the Living Dead? That guy?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it was him. Hold on, I'll find out. You keep talking.
Okay. Ron? Remember?
Yeah, that's why I was laughing because I was like, "What the hell is he doing?" I was like, "Oh wait, that's right." So, I mean, this movie's got nostalgia for me because I watched it, when I was younger, and like I remember like watching this with like Jess, like just to watch it. Like I've got the DVD,
Same.
And it wasn't so bad that I won't watch it again. I won't watch it anytime soon. I mean, the last time I watched this movie, I think I was still married, so it's been a while since I've watched it. But also, like, I mean, I will eventually watch it again, I'm sure, but it won't. Like I said, it won't be anytime soon. and it's not. It did not hold up as well as I thought it was going to, because I remember it being a lot better. Like I remember the storyline being a little bit more cohesive, but I think I was just, naive, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give this a 5.15. But I agree with Chuck. This wouldn't be something I would put on to watch with other people because there's not enough stuff to make fun of it to have fun with it.
Yeah.
No, it's fair.
It was From Beyond. That's what it was.
From Beyond. Okay.
From Beyond. Yes, From Beyond.
Gotcha.
I will say cool practical effects and body horror. It's very much a Cronenberg-esque feel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of essaying though. Forewarning.
Well,
you
yeah,
get
you
to see a lot of boobs.
Crafty.
Yeah, you do get to see a lot of boobs though, Ron.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good boobs too. Solid
Oh.
boobs. So pretty sweet boobs.
Joey.
Alrighty. So, like the both of you, this is a nostalgia movie for me. I watched this. I'm not gonna say a ton after it came out because I know I didn't see this in theaters. I saw it on DVD, Blu-ray. No, I don't have Blu-ray. I saw it on DVD. I've got the DVD out here, which I forgot I did. I thought I was gonna have to rent this one, so I was really happy to see I had it on DVD. But it's a movie that I watch periodically. Like I think the last time I actually watched this was just before the Netflix series came out. So it was, 2018. This is a movie I've always enjoyed back in the day, but it was always one that I never really paid attention to. It was one that because I liked it as a kid, I just would have on the background while I'm doing something else. I just never really cared, if that's saying anything. Watching it here and paying attention, there's a lot of problems with this movie. That being said, though, I have no problem watching this again. I do agree with you guys. There's not enough in here to watch it with a group of people, with anybody really, to be like, to make fun of it. But I also wouldn't have no problem watching it, say, in like a couple years and just having fun with it. So I gave this a 5.67, mainly for nostalgia.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So that gives us a combined score of a 4.75, which drops it in at tied at number 110 out of 173, with Heavy Metal 2000 at a 4.75, just behind Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, at a 4.8, and just above The Punisher from 1989 at a 4.68.
That's a pretty solid place for it, I think.
Did you guys have anybody come on when you did Heavy Metal 2000?
Nope, just two of us.
Oh, that makes more sense. Because I would have definitely given that a high score. I unapologetically love that movie.
Hey, you give us a score for that? I'll retroactively change it.
I'll do a rewatch on it. Because that movie came out in a very important time in my life. I watched it. I think I probably still have it on VHS. It was like a video on demand, and my mom had paid for it, and I watched it, and I was like, "Wow, this is crazy,
dude!" Like that movie was bonkers because we were gonna watch the original Heavy Metal, but by the time we got to it, it wasn't streaming anywhere. So we're like, and that was before we were paying for things. Yeah, because that's back when Ron would come over, we would watch stuff together. Now we're just doing it
way back in the day.
Yeah,
5-6 years ago at this point.
I mean, it was year one when we started doing it. When we would come over, so yeah, yeah, man. Like, I'm not saying we could still go back at some point and do Heavy Metal. I'm not saying we can't, because I think it's popped up on.
Perhaps it may end up on a different show, but
never mind. Maybe we won't. But yeah, no, it's I haven't made 2000. I mean, I know we had fun with it, but at the same time, it was also one of those movies where it's like, man, this was because it was early in our watch, like in our watching of it. We really had no idea what was going on because that was when I had it separated between like Marvel, DC, other, and animated, and it was in like one of our first couple in our animated, so we really were still figuring out what we were doing.
All right. If I got time this week, I'll try to rewatch it and I'll give it a score because I am very curious to see if it
It does have rock hard 90s boobs in it, so
I know. Let me tell you, and I was like 13 or 14 when that movie came out, or not when it came out, but when I finally saw it.
When you watched it,
yeah, I think I was 13 or 14.
Maybe it's not as early as I thought. I do remember that's where we started our kill count, though.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That makes sense.
Because I think our first, because I think our first one was like, I called it as I didn't. We actually have a count. I said just killed a lot because he destroyed the whole planet.
Well, that's one kill, Joe.
No, I know that's what we call it now, but I didn't have it as that before.
You have to go back and retroactively redo it.
Yeah, fuck
off. Anyway,
where can they
you
find
can find me the last Sunday of every month right here on this feed, a little show I like to call Getting Franchise, where Joe and I review the latest and greatest movie franchises. Hey, at time of release, we are in the Thanksgiving spirit, and we decided to give to you because Joey is going to put the link in the show description.
Shit,
so not only
one too.
I'm going to keep doing it until it airs. I'm going to keep doing it well after it actually airs in real time because we're just going to keep recording and I'm just going to keep reminding you to put it in.
Thanks.
It is Thanksgiving, the 2008 horror movie low budget classic. And the rarely seen, consider it like the tape trading days of the 90s. You heard about it. You probably heard from a friend of a friend who had an older brother who had a copy because he read it in a forum somewhere. And he sent money to some random guy and got a VHS tape 2 months later in the mail of Thanksgiving, the musical, with the worst low budget you've ever seen. Anyway, go check it out. That's going to be either coming out or just came out, depending on when this falls.
Coming out later this month.
Coming out later this month. So get ready. Go watch them. Hey, you deserve it. You deserve a little treat for yourself. Joey and I have split opinions, as per usual, on that show. And
No,
we did. Yeah, we did.
No, I
did not.
It.
Well, yeah, okay. Listen to me convince Joey about how one was much better than the other. And lastly, after that, hey, guess what? We're in December. We're wrapping up season 1 with American Psycho and American Psycho 2. Ron, do you want to come on for those?
You know what? I have never seen either one of those movies. I would love to.
Same.
Oh, I have seen the first one. I've seen the original American Psycho once. I have not seen the second one, but Mila Kunis is in it, so I'm pretty excited about it. Do you know Mila Kunis?
Is that
Mila Kunis,
that 70s show?
Yeah, Mila Kunis.
Yeah. Isn't she like a terrible, horrible person?
She is associated with terrible, horrible people. Yes.
Okay.
Remember, silence is compliance.
Correct.
That being said, you can find me on the internet. Hey, I probably painted something. I probably posted it. And you know what? You can go check that out over at Kicked Out of the Hobby. No, he ain't kicked. Ronald, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Good at This Game. You can find my art on Instagram at Good Art This Game and on our t-shirts on TeePublic. And you can find me right here on this fantastic podcast. Oh, and you can also find me randomly protesting in videos on the internet because the No Kings protest was this weekend at time of recording. And dude, there was such a turnout here. Like Fort Wayne's not a big, huge city. But like it was packed.
Yeah.
Super racist
awesome.
Indiana? Really?
Dude, I'm telling you,
Oh,
like
all right.
there were even like really old people that were out there and stuff, which super surprised me. There was this old lady that was like had like one of those like sit down walkers, and she had one of those inflatable suits that was Donald Trump that was a baby crying. It was freaking classic.
That's awesome.
You know, if all these people would have shown up in November,
Well, some of
we
these
wouldn't
people
fucking
voted
be
for it
here.
in November, you know that, right? But
Yeah,
they've
you're not
they've
wrong.
they've at least gotten smart enough to know that they were wrong.
Here,
Yeah, a little too late though.
yeah, I mean, listen, no, I don't want to get political here, but I am not accepting the we didn't know it was going to be this bad
Yeah,
bullshit.
everybody fucking
So,
told them.
yeah,
Anyway, sorry.
they had a handbook anyway.
Literally.
Joe, where can they find? Oh, Ron, were you done? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I was done.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. Yeah, you guys can find Comic Rundown on all social media. Email us comicrundown@gmail.com. Rate and review us on your podcasting app of choice. If you do, we'll read an upcoming episode. We've got merch over on TeePublic, like Ron said. We've got Comic Book Rundown at the end of the month. Last month, Ron and I did Spider-Man. The end of this month, we're doing 7 Secrets.
Hey, you got it right this time.
I did. I keep saying it wrong every time, but I said it right. So that'll be fun. Also, like Chuck said, last Sunday is getting franchised. Also, want to point out there, along with, I guess, the link to Thanksgiving that I'm going to put in the notes.
Yep, you're going to put that out there. Yep.
Also, going to have a link. The musical. Sorry, my bad.
Yes.
Also, got a link to a GoFundMe for our good friend Cam, who was in an accident at the beginning of October. He's trying to get some funds together for his family. His whole family was in a car accident. They currently don't have a car, so their family is okay. They're all able to walk away from the accident. So he's trying to get some money together to try and piece their life back together. So if you can help, it's great. If you can't, completely understandable. If you would, if you're able to send the link to share the link and send it to other people to have a look at it, we would appreciate that as well. So it's just, something good to do to people we know, to friends.
Plus, Cam did our music for this. So
yes, Cam did the music for this one. That's how we know. Well, I mean, we also know him for other things, but
yeah,
Cam's a great
don't
guy.
exist anymore.
Well, he still exists though. So.
Yeah, he finally had that baby, and it was safe and alive still. So please go give your money. Cancel your Patreons for a month.
Well, now hold on. Now I the only gripe I want to put on this though is when I read the GoFundMe, he said his 17-month-old baby, dude, that baby's a year and a half. Put a year and a half, motherfucker.
If you say months, though, it makes them sound younger, so you get more sympathy.
But it's
fine. Anyway, Jay, what's our next movie?
What, is the baby gonna be 36 months when he's 3?
Yeah, well, yes. What is it? Grown-ups, where like he's still breastfeeding, and she's like, "Yeah, he's only 48 months."
Yeah,
he's like, "That's 4 years old."
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, our next movie. This will be a fun one. I haven't seen this one in a long ass time. We're gonna watch The Mask of Zorro from 1998.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah, and Antonio Banderas.
Who?
Antonio Banderas.
I know. I was just like,
Antonio
I
Banderas.
get it. You wanted to see Antonio Banderas naked. That's fine.
And what's his name?
Anthony
Hopkins.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it Hopkins?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ethan Hawke.
Is Ethan Hawke in that one?
I don't know. I confuse them all the time.
Ethan Hawke and Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
How? You know what? No, it's Chuck. I don't even.
Every time I see Anthony Hopkins, I was like, "Is that Ethan Hawke?"
Really?
I know that they are not the same people. I just can't remember which one is named which one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I have never seen this movie.
Really?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big Antonio Banderas guy.
But are you a big Catherine Zeta-Jones fan? Because
I'll
this
be
is one of
honest.
the movies where she is looking absolutely banging.
I don't think I could pick her up out of a lineup if you held a gun to my head.
I mean, we saw her in Rocketeer.
I don't remember what she looks like.
That's
So
Not
Sorry.
Rocketeer.
The
The
Phantom.
Phantom.
My bad.
She was the
Those
chick with the
are
planes in the
interchangeable.
Phantom.
Yeah.
still could. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Have you seen the new Wednesday show?
No.
Okay.
I'm not
Have
a
you
big
ever-
Adam. I'm not a big Adams Family guy either. So it doesn't really do anything.
That's all good. Well, that's what we're watching next. I think it's on. I think we gotta rent it. So
All right.
Let's
know what
find
I'm-
out.
You know what else? What I'm not?
what are you?
I'm not a big Scooby Doo guy.